Boy, he's fighting me, this one. Let's get it off. I don't want to scratch it, that's the only thing. Mind you, it's going to get scratched in the future, no doubt. Hi, and thank you for joining me again on Revs IT. I've got a couple more of the missing mods that I've done as the last of my series of modifications for the Ninja, and they're a bit of a is it crap type of video, this one, because I've bought these again from AliExpress. Now I was really surprised with the engine radiator guard that I bought from AliExpress. I was really pleased with the quality and how it fitted. And I'm hoping it's going to be the same with these. So I'm going to unpack these now. These are, as far as I can tell, the last of the mods I'm going to do to the bike. I may do an exhaust in the future, but I'm not sure, because with the Ninja it's not really worth doing the exhaust because you don't get a big difference in sound, just the looks really. So anyway, let's get this open. Which should we go for first? Let's go for the sausage type one, is it? So let's unwrap this. It came in the proprietary grey bag with lots of tape on it from AliExpress in China, and here it is. This is the front guard, crash guard, whatever you want to call it, for the front wheel. Wow, it's really tight, that. For the axle itself. Boy, he's fighting me, this one. Let's get it off. I don't want to scratch it, that's the only thing. Mind you, it's going to get scratched in the future, no doubt, if not by saving the bike itself, by the stones and whatever that are thrown up off the road onto the front wheel. But for the moment, let's try and keep it as best I can in some sort of nice condition to fit it first off. And it still won't come off. Wow. I don't know what they fitted this with. I think a heat shrink or something onto it. It just will not leave go. And it's not easy to cut either. Anyway, nearly there. And it's off. Wow. There we go. So there it is. It's black hard plastic on the outside, of course, but it's got the nice Ninja green insert there. There were some which were all green, there were some which were various combinations, but I quite like this because it was sort of understated, and although the colour is not exactly the same as the Ninja itself, it doesn't really matter because there's such a small amount of green. It's just like a little highlight. Right, can I get this other end off is the next question. Let's try it anyway, because there is a difference between the two ends when you fit in this. If you've fitted one of these already, you will know, but if you haven't, you may not know. So I'll go from that standpoint. Hey, I think this one's going to come off a bit easier, is it? Yes. Wow. So you have the two ends, of course, either end of the axle, but one end is a wide end and one end is a narrow end. So when you fit in it, you have to fit it, of course, the right way around, so that that little circle, inner circle there, fits inside the wide end, and the narrower circle there fits inside the narrower end. Obvious, really. Anyway, this is the way it would fit. Narrow end would be on your left hand side as you're facing forward on the bike, and the wider end would be on the right hand side as you're facing forward on the bike. So that looks good. It's really solid, it's really heavy, it doesn't feel cheap and nasty, which is nice, considering it's, you know, an AliExpress is not really well known for quality items. It's not as bad as Wish or anything, but it's not exactly the top quality. But this, I'd say this is as good, feels as good as anything you'd get in this country from a local manufacturer supplier. In fact, most of them will probably be buying in from China anyway. The manufacturer's name on this is Rizoma, R-I-Z-O-M-A, and then you just unscrew the end there, slide it through, screw it back on. I will be putting a bit of thread lock on there, I think, just so it doesn't unscrew, because it's just a narrow little screw there. Anyway, that's that first one. And then I'm going to roll away. Probably. Let's grab the packaging and leave it like that. There we go. Put it forward a bit so you can see it. And then we got the second box. And in the second box, what's in the box? You probably know the reference. I open it up. We have, dun dun dun, the exhaust protector. So this goes in and actually connects just below where the rear foot peg is. This is incredible. You know, I always expect to open these boxes and be so disappointed, so I prepare myself. I think, oh, I'll be disappointed, so I get excited about it. But that's solid metal. That feels like metal. That's metal as well. It's all metal. It's got the Kawasaki logo on it. Of course, again, it's got the Ninja green on it. And yeah, again, I was expecting it to just be a cheap piece of plastic. But if we unscrew it, is that metal? Yeah, it's all metal, the whole lot. Yeah, well, it feels like metal. I can't think. It's very hard if it's not metal. It's some sort of an alloy, because it's not steel, because it's really light. So perhaps it's in sort of an alloy that abrades quite easily, because you don't really want it to dig in. You want it to scrub off like the engine guards and things, so that it doesn't dig into the ground and flip the bike over. But yeah, that, again, that is not plastic. That is some sort of an alloy. It's nice and light, and it's the colour, it's all the way through. Look, it's not just painted on the outside. This is a really high quality part. I am astounded, actually, because I was expecting to do this video and say, oh look, it's rubbish coming in from AliExpress, but they've done it again. They've actually sent me some really, really, really good items. Now, if I remember rightly, with postage from China, the this part here cost me £13, 13, not 30, £13 with postage. This one cost £16 with postage. It took about 4 weeks to come through in total for the two of them. This one took a bit longer. This one came through with about 2 weeks, but this one came through a couple of weeks later. So it's again, for a matter of waiting 2 weeks for something, what the hell? You know, I'm saving. I can't imagine how much a quality part like this would cost to buy in the UK or Europe or in the USA. And similar for the guard here for the front axle. I have no idea how much these would cost to buy from a local manufacturer. I would guess about at least 3 times as much. So it's well worth actually going for these, and spend a bit of time on AliExpress and check out the things that's on there. Buy what you think is good. And if you get something rubbish, then you've only lost a few pound, few dollars, whatever. If you get something like this, which is really quality, and the guard that I got for my radiator, you're saving tens and tens of pounds or more in dollars for parts that you just can't get in this country. These, I've never seen anything like this design over here. The basic layout's the same, but the colouring and whatever, and nothing like this at all. So there you go. We got the rear exhaust guard and the front axle guard. So the next thing to do is to put them on and see how they look on the bike, see how they fit on the bike. And then in that video, which is going to be the next video now, I'm also going to do a walk around of all the mods that I've done so far. Like I said, I'm not sure I want to do an exhaust mod because it doesn't really improve the sound much over the standard exhaust, but it does look a bit nicer, so I might do. What do you think? Give me a, say something in the comments below whether you think it's worth it or not, and whether I should do it or not. But for now, ride on and ride safe.